Sooner Scoop HD.
Question. He's such a humble guy in everything that he does. It's fun to get it, with a guy like that. But they all know a lot, all those guys out there with him have a hand in it. So they all take pride in it.
I really can't right now. It's still surreal, and I still feel like we just played a great game, and I just did whatever I had to do to help my team. I'm not really feeling special in any type of way. I just look at it as doing what I have to do under certain conditions to, just help my team win.
I never told him we were going to leave you in. It's kind of understood. I think everybody knew what was going on. We didn't really know, until I think somewhere in the third quarter, somebody said, "Hold on a second here. He's getting pretty close to some records." And obviously records are nice, but I'm wanting to make sure my guy's healthy and ready to play the next game. So then when they came over and said that, pretty close to OU record, and then this is where we are for this, then we're going to ride you, big boy, and see how it turns out.
Yes, he just overheard everyone on the sidelines talking about, only this amount of yards. And, I just went over and told them that, I really don't care for it. I just want to play the next play, or if you want another guy in there, then he can go in there and, try to get him a touchdown.
He didn't care about the record. It's a pretty special thing that he accomplished, along with a lot of other guys. I think, that can take a lot of pride in it. But he's as selfless a person as we've ever had in our program. He's as mature a player as we've had in our program. And that's a lot to say about, a kid that's, 18 years old, I believe.
It seemed like a pretty special night for him in that it wasn't the Samaje we saw against West Virginia Tech where he's trucking people and running through tackles and getting 20 yards. He was hitting a hole and outrunning everybody today.
Well, I think you're right. I think everybody kind of had a chance today. I think you would probably use the term he's sneaky fast. Now, I know that because I see it, and he's got some pretty good qualities and traits to him. And the best thing is his character, his personality. I don't know if those, the other coaches had mentioned we were in the third quarter and we were about to go out, and he and I were sitting there, and the players are saying, "Come on, Samaje, you need 80 more yards or whatever." And he looked at me and says, "Coach, I'm not here for that. It's not that big a deal to me. I just want to play the next play." And that's, you're looking for stories about somebody who's a neat kid. He's pretty good.
Samaje, your big games that you've had so far, you've kind of come in and worn people down as the games got on. West Virginia, Texas Tech, a second half, burst from you. What was it like to go out just from the start, to start running past people, not be the kind of the bull in the china shop?
It was unusual. I'll say that. Being untouched isn't something that I'm used to, and I'm still adjusting to it. Just because I think that I'm not the best runner in the open field. I have a little bit of speed, but not much. I would much rather, find contact. But if I see a hole, I'm gonna try my best to get what I can out of it.
This was a little bit different than what we've seen in Samaje. You mentioned it running away from everybody. West Virginia and Texas Tech, we kind of marveled at the bodies just laying everywhere and the physical nature he ran with. This was him finding big holes and just outrunning everybody. It's a different type of performance we've seen from him.
And don't take for granted those nice, when you watch it on TV, I'm sure if you guys do, we see our coaches copy the nice subtle cuts. It's like a week ago, the first one he broke that kind of energized us. He just kind of slides sideways, gets skinny in the hole, if that's possible for him, you know what I mean, and then busts it. He's just got a great sense of space and in timing of hitting things.
It's like he's about he already surprised. I'm surprised
in the NFL.
Like when you said
that's when you get surprised about it. It's like, dang, this guy has 3 more years left.
Is there a point when you guys thought maybe he was going to be something special?
I knew once I saw him. I was like,
When he threw up, like, when he first got here, he bench pressed 275 like 20-something times, like the first day. And we're like, oh, man, this guy, and he's huge. I mean, he's already 240
Just
pounds.
looking at him, he looks like he's older than all of us. So he could be our
24 years old.
I think when I saw his work ethic when he got up here, like that was the most impressive thing, and I knew he was mature beyond his years at that point, and I knew he'd be pretty special. As well as these other running backs are pretty dang good too that we got, so they're all pretty impressive.
Heck, I buy them whatever they want. My parents are in town, so they can help me out.
So when did you learn about how many yards you had to have, and when did that kick in, or did it matter in terms of your effort and your running?
No, it never really mattered. I just went out there and played the next play, and it just so happened that I came up with the record. Oh, that's a tough question. I honestly do not know. I'm just gonna give credit where it's due, and that's obviously to the other 10 guys on the field with me. So just stay in my room and keep as quiet as possible. And if someone says great game, I say thank you and just keep walking.
Give me kind of the story of college football tonight. When you're sitting in your room, will you flip onto ESPN and just see what they're saying?
No, I'm probably gonna watch cartoons.
What cartoon are you watching?
I really like Tom and Jerry, but if Scooby-Doo's on, I'll watch that too. If Scooby-Doo's on, I'll watch that too.
You can't be serious, right? I mean, you're gonna check it out, aren't you?
No. For what?
I don't know. The guys like to see that everybody in the country's talking about it.
Oh, no. Not me.
All I can remember is somebody asked me, we obviously when we were coming back from the Tech game, we saw what the Wisconsin running back rushed for, and I can remember telling somebody on the bus that that probably will never be broken again. Those were my exact words. I was like, wow, you kidding me? Over 400 yards rushing. So it really probably hasn't set in. But it is a special day. Joe Castiglione asked me, or he said something to me earlier. He said, you just think about all the great running backs that played college football. And then he said, what about all the great running backs that played here at Oklahoma? So, obviously when you set a record like that, it's awfully special.
Sooner Scoop HD.